Researchers found that far fewer people have their hearing checked than they do their eyes, their teeth or their blood pressure, even though hearing loss can lead to loneliness and depression.
Well, the Royal National Institute for Deaf People found only 6% of people in the UK who have not been diagnosed with hearing loss took a hearing check at all in 2022.
Well, joining us now to tell us more is Associate Director of Health at the National Institute for Deaf People, Crystal Rolfe. Good morning to you, Crystal. So it is remarkable, isn't it? We get our eyes tested every few months in this country. I think it's every 6 months, isn't it? An eye test is meant to take place. You never hear, pardon the pun, of people getting their hearing checked. Why is that?
Exactly. I think it's just something people don't think of. So like you said, 6% of people checked their hearing last year, but 53% of people checked their teeth and 46% of people checked their eyes. And the good news is that 98% of people told us that they really valued their hearing. And I think people just don't realise that they can do a free online check. RNID have an online check that takes just 3 minutes. So we think it's a really nice New Year's resolution for people. If you want to do something for your health this year, you don't have to give up cake or do something that's going to take months and months or do it every day of January. You can actually just take our 3-minute check and it will tell you what your hearing's like and what you can do next. It's really quick and easy because we know people don't want to spend ages doing things like this. And then the good news is we'll remind you as well when you need to do it next time.
So, Crystal, of course, back in the day, a lot of people worked in coal mines or worked in heavy industry, so their hearing was damaged by their jobs. But I'm assuming these days, just like me, because my phone is always saying, turn your music down, because I blast it out. What kind of things are we doing wrong these days?
Exactly. Lots of people don't realise that they've got the music turned up loud, and hearing just does decline gradually as well over time. And so you can protect your hearing by doing things like if you've got headphones or earphones in, just turn the music down a notch. If you go to like a kind of loud gig or a festival, take some earplugs with you, take a break away from the speakers. So there's lots of simple things you can do and still really enjoy music. And then the good news is as well, you can do that quick check. So that if you're not sure whether your hearing has been damaged, you can kind of keep an eye on it regularly by taking our quick online check. So it's not about not enjoying music or not enjoying the great images you've got up on the screen at the moment about festivals. You can do all those things still, but there's like really lots of tips on our website, rnid.org.uk, where you can go and see how you can enjoy the music safely.
And Crystal, hearing loss can have a wider impact on your health as well, can't it? Because, I'm thinking of my granny now, a very, very sociable character, but she's losing her hearing. And it makes you feel lonely because you can't partake in conversations. When you go to parties, you can't hear anybody over the music. I mean, it can really impact on your life, can't it?
Yeah, so lots of people kind of often don't realise the impact it's had on them because hearing loss usually happens gradually. So it can make people feel really isolated, lonely and depressed. And actually, it can make you up to 5 times more likely to have an impact on developing dementia. But the good news is the treatments that are out there for hearing loss can massively affect your chances of developing dementia and really reduce that. And so that's why we're kind of calling people to do this check, because people often just don't realise that they've started to lose their hearing. They'll just think, actually, I don't want to go to that noisy place anymore and go out and socialise and start turning down invitations to go to the pub. And actually, if you do a hearing check, you might realise that maybe that was what was causing the problem. We don't want anybody to miss out on, socialising with their friends and pubs and cafes and restaurants and things.
OK, so once more, the hearing check is totally free. They go to rnid.org.uk/check. How does it work? You put some earphones in and you listen to stuff until you can't hear it, as you normally would when you go down to your doctors and GPs?
Yep, so it's really easy. You just put some headphones or some earphones in, and then you hear some numbers with some background noise. The background noise is there on purpose. And then you just type in which digits you can hear. And if you can't hear one, you just put a little question mark. And then at the end, we can give you some really great tailored advice about what you need to do next. So it's really, really is that simple.
Super.